Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the daily vibrations. So guess what? It is April. We are dead smack in the 4th month, right, of the calendar year. But we're also, check this out, right? Not only does April vibrate as we're moving throughout this energy as the number 4 for the month on the Gregorian calendar year. In Hebrew, like once you reduce all of the numbers down from the Hebrew alphabet, you get 321, right? However, when you reduce down 321, you get the number 6, which is very interesting. Because then we're talking about Ashtar energy when we're dealing with the Hermetic tree of life, which is beautiful energy. It's like an energy of initiation. So we're operating with energy of initiation this month for those of you that want to tap into it. So it's beautiful energy, right? So welcome, my love. Happy April to you. Welcome to the channel. If you're tuning in via Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or my podcast, I want to welcome each and every one of you. It is day 4 of the level up. We're leveling up for 100 days, stepping into whatever it is that you feel you need to level up and master about yourself, master about your situations, master about your thinking. That's what we're doing for this month. Or for the next, I want to say 96 days, right? Because you got 96 days left. We are currently at day 4, all right? And it's the 4th month. So it's day 4, 4th month, right? First day of the 4th month. And it is the year 2021, vibrating on the number 5 for the year, right? So if you add all of the numbers together for the calendar year of 4/1/2001, you get the number 1, right? So just let's look at the breakdown. So this particular day, we only have energy operating on the spiritual plane and on the physical plane, right? So when we're talking about energy coming in from the physical plane, we're talking about the things that you need to do, movement, action, actually physical things that you may need to do, okay? When we're talking about energy from the spiritual plane, we're talking about love, we're talking about trust, we're talking about positivity, we're talking about your artistic expressions of spirit, we're talking about your spirituality, we're talking about wisdom, right? Or we're talking about any expression of the divine, really. And we're also talking about emotions when we're dealing with numbers on the soul plane, right? So we got 2 popping off on the calendar for the rest of the year. That's soul plane energy. We also have number 1 that's also going to be moving throughout the year also, because that's showing up in the date, right? So let's just tackle the ones, right? We got the first date of the 4th month, and then we got 2001. So we have 1 showing up twice within you have 1 showing up twice within the energy of the day, right? Keeping in mind, 1 is the gateway to your communication skills. So this is pretty much how you are going to be able to express the divine through your ego. Okay. Now, some people don't really have this energy imbalance, and this is why some people you can find tend to want to be the center of attention all of the time. Okay. So this is really important for you to be able to move through this energy, understanding that you are to take the initiation and express yourself. This is about self-expression, not so much other people telling you how to be, how to feel, what to think, right? This energy can bring in a huge sense of self-expression, independence, okay? For some people, this could mean also fame or positioning, just like where you positioning yourself, right? This energy can also bring in the energy of feeling independent, but for some people it can be codependent energy of feeling dependence or having dependence, which is kind of like codependent energy. Now this can also bring in aggressiveness as well as assertiveness within this number 1. You just really have to figure out how this works for you and how you're going to move within this energy, right? Number 2, is the gateway to the intuition plane, the soul plane. Okay, we talked about what the soul plane represent in the beginning, right? So you can tap into your intuition today. For some of you, meditation is going to be key today. You're going to have to breathe today as you're moving throughout this energy, right? Because we have the moon in Sagittarius. So this energy can be blunt, it can be sharp, and it may burn or just tap you. And we also have the sun in Aries. So we got Moon and the sun, masculine and feminine energy, and they're both fire energy. So that could be a little explosive, just depending on where people are in their emotions. Okay. Now, let me just say this, okay? With the double twos, you definitely want to be mindful to stay away from negative energy and negative people today, okay? And that's double twos is in the atmosphere literally for the rest of the year. So you might as well just, be mindful to stay away from energy that no longer serves you, okay? Now, I also want you guys to take a look and really take a look at what's going on within the energy of the number 4. The number 4 is all about the physical plane. This is the doing plane, right? Which is really kind of cool because it goes into what we're going to be talking about today, which is your passion. Like, what are you passionate about? I had a conversation with somebody earlier, and I asked that question. I'm like, what are you passionate about? What do you know? I don't know. Well, okay. So, like, what are the things that, you find that you're just naturally good at, that everybody tells you you're just naturally good at? Like, what are those things? Like, I don't know. I've got to think about that. So some people literally may have to sit and think about this because they're not sure. They don't know, right? So people may have to literally sit and think about that as they're moving throughout the day. Like, what are your passions? And that's going to be important as we're moving throughout the 100 days, because a lot of people are not operating in their passion, right? Now, let me just read you a brief definition of how you can identify passion. Passion is a feeling of intense enthusiasm towards something or towards some type of compelling desire to do or for something or someone, right? This can raise feelings of eagerness all the way down to I want to say joy. Okay, so this can be like a strain of emotions that can be tapped in through passion. Now, what you're looking for is not the passion that's kind of fleeting, like once you attain it, it just disappears. This is something that you will find that you do even when no one else wants to do it. This is something that you find that you would do even if you don't get paid for it. This is something that you may even find that you're just naturally gifted at, right? So you want to tap into the things that bring you joy without money, bring you joy without someone patting you on the back, brings you joy without you even giving it a second thought, brings you joy without you even doubting yourself. Now, you may doubt aspects of maybe how you can make money off of this passion, right? But you're not doubting that you actually have a passion for this thing. So think about that thing that brings you joy and happiness today, because that's day 4's energy. Right now, we got the number 4 popping up today, as well as in the month, in the day, right? But we also have the number 4 energy popping up in the level up day, right? So we got it popping up in the month, and we have it popping up as a day of the level up journey. Okay, so passion. What are you passionate about? What are some of the things that people tell you that you're just naturally good at that you don't embrace about yourself, right? What are some of the things that you just feel very happy and joyful about, right? You got to think about that stuff, because we're going to be incorporating that. That's going to be like a measure for you as we're moving throughout the 100 days. You're going to have to stop and think about, is this something I'm really passionate about, or am I just doing this to get some type of instant gratification? Am I just doing this to get a pat on the back? Am I doing this to get something? Am I doing this because I'm manipulating something? You have to think about that. You don't have to think about that as you're moving throughout the next 96 days. So today you're going to tap into your passion. And as we continue to build, right, in this journey, it is going to be important for you to be able to be truthful with yourself. It's going to be important for you to be able to tell yourself the truth, right? Okay. And so yesterday, I think in day 3, no, I journaled yesterday. So in day 2, I missed the journal date, right? Because I was super tired. So I doubled back on day 3, and I just simply wrote a note, was too tired, didn't make a journal entry, right? But as you're moving throughout the next 96 days, if you have not already purchased a journal, I implore you to get a journal. Like, purchase a journal. You can purchase a notebook. It's going to be important for you to jot these things down, because really what you should be doing at some point throughout the day is taking these tips and these steps and literally thinking about them, exploring them. What do they mean to you? How are you feeling with this energy, right? So Today is a beautiful day. It vibrates on the number 1 when you add all of the numbers up for 4/1/2021 reduces down to the number 1. So that's still that creative energy in the atmosphere, right? Positioning yourself, learning how to become independent and self-reliant within this energy, understanding that that spark, that initial force, that raw energy is something that you are equipped with, right? That energy, keeping in mind again, could also be aggressive or assertive. It's just really your choices. Which end of the spectrum do you want to be on with the energy, right? So today, right, we're talking about passions, and you're really thinking about what are the things that you feel passionate about that brings you joy. That's important for you to be able to identify that. Like I said, I had a conversation with somebody today and they did not know, right? So what brings me joy is sitting here speaking to you guys. What brings me joy is studying all of the wonderful things about where I come from as far as spiritually is concerned, maybe even geographically, depending on what I'm tapped into, right? What makes me happy is studying energy and helping people with my gifts, right? I love movies because I could decode a movie as soon as you turn it on, honey. So I love writing, so I can write characters and different things, you know. These are things that brings me joy. These are things that make me happy, you know. Think about what brings you. These are things that I can do even if I don't get paid. I can truly do these things even if I don't get paid. Now, it is beautiful and it is wonderful that I am able to get paid for doing what I love. A lot of people can't say that they can get paid for doing what they love because they're not in a position or maybe even in a mind frame to think that this is something that they can do. So think about what your passion is, and we're going to work through maybe of how you can make your passion work for you and step into your passion so you can create an income. Like, it's all about walking it through, right? So day 1, you had to take the first step. And, you know, each day you may have to take a step towards something. Day 2, okay, you know that it was all about you being able to give so you can receive. Day 3, we were remembering, right? We were reminding ourselves of all of the wonderful things that we've overcome. Remembering our power so we can gain confidence back, right? So some days as you're moving through at the 100 days, I might have to tell you, go back to day number 3 and remember some stuff, honey. We're going to have to do back. You know, you're going to have to tap into your remembrance so you can gain confidence, right? Now, keeping in mind, right, this journey is for you so you can be able to know yourself. As I am exploring this next 100 days, I have some stuff that I need to level up to. Like most of you, I have some things that I'm manifesting. I have some things on my list from years that has just come into manifestation. And there's still some things that's coming in that has already manifested from 2012 is just manifesting now in 2021. So there's kind of like a completion energy in the atmosphere too. So we're going to be talking about a lot of these things on the lives. Lives are going to be on Wednesday starting next week, and on Saturday lectures. Okay, so we got the lives on Wednesday, and then we got the lectures popping off on Saturday. So you guys should be seeing flyers and stuff like that by the end of the week. By the weekend, they should be up on Instagram. Now, let me just say this. Out of darkness comes enlightenment. You're going to have to learn to do something kind for yourself. You're going to have to learn how to honor yourself. You're going to have to learn to get to know yourself, honey. You know how beautiful that is when you know yourself? Okay, so tap into what you're passionate about today. And if you're not sure about that, pull that journal out and free write. You'll be surprised to see what comes out on paper. If you're not sure, ask yourself the question so you can receive the answer that you're seeking for. Okay, I'm going to see y'all in tomorrow's daily vibration. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, the monthly moon meditations will be starting up again on the next new moon. Okay, you have that information in tomorrow's daily vibration. I'm mapping out the calendar now, so I'll have more clear dates and everything for you guys by tomorrow. Definitely by the end of the week, because tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yep. Okay. Happy Jupiter Day to you. No, tomorrow's not Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Today is Thursday. Okay. I'm actually pre-recording. I think I'm back to my pre-recording, guys, because I feel like the videos are being uploaded. You know, back to that. I need a little, you know, I need a little structure. You know, I need a little structure, a little order. So I'm back to uploading the videos maybe at midnight so you guys can have them prepped and ready. Okay, so with that being said, do something kind for yourself, love yourself, honor yourself. I'll have more announcements in tomorrow's daily vibration. Bye, my loves.